It's also an incorporation of things that I learned from Michael J. Mayer, who is the author of The Seven Levels of Communication. So Michael's whole book, The Seven Levels of Communication, is really focused on how do you take relationships and turn them into referrals. So when I discovered that book, it totally changed my entire outlook on how to generate business because at that time, coming in around 2011, going into 2012, there was such a heavy focus on cold call, cold call, cold call. And I kept saying, I don't like it when people call me. I don't want to do that. It has to be another way. And so reading Michael's book, I found another way, and a huge part of that another way is client events. But before we get into events specifically, really the objective of this is to help you understand how you incorporate an event into your 36 touch system. So this is just a part of my way of keeping in contact with clients. So what is a 36 touch system? Your database is your business and your business is your database. It's as simple as that. If I had to go back to 2011 and the first day I started business, I wish someone would have told me the importance of the database and why I needed it, right? So studies show that 72% of people want to do business with their realtor. Again, on average, 9% actually do. Why do we think that is? 72% said they would, 9% only do.
They don't stay in touch.
They don't stay in touch. You know, that closing is kind of awkward, right? It's like, okay, we're breaking up. What do we do next at this point? And so, how do you stay in touch is important. And this is just more statistics. About 83% say that they would, and only 17% do. Either way, it's a huge gap, and we can fix it. So your job is to train your clients to reach out to you for everything about homes and real estate. That's your job. When they think of real estate, they need to absolutely always think about you. So this is where the 36 touch system goes in. So I want to be very clear that this system is intended for your Mets. We define a Met as someone that you have gained the right to have a two-way conversation with. A lead is someone that comes into your funnel, that you have that one-way conversation with them. You may be sending them properties, you may be sending them market updates or market valuations, but until they become a two-way conversation or until they respond, they are not considered your Mets. Anyone whose contact details you have and knows that you are real estate, a Met is someone who would recognize your name and someone who you have permission to send things to. So those are just defining a Met. So why did I focus on my Met? I read the Bible of Real Estate, The Millionaire Real Estate Agent, and one page changed my entire life. There's a lot of good stuff in there, but this one page changed my mind. And it said, changed how I did business. It said that for every 50 people that you market to 12 times a year that you don't know, it will generate one transaction. That is your online leads. That is, and there's even some stats that says it takes like 100 of these people, right? But for every 10 people in your Met database that you market to 36 times a year, you can expect one transaction. So when I saw this, I'm like, why am I forcing myself to talk to people that are going to hang up on me, that are going to yell at me, when I can just really focus on the people that I already know? And that's exactly what I did. So one thing I like for everyone to think about is, do you have the right number of people in your database to do the business that you want? So in this example, if you want to do 36 transactions, that means that you need to have 216 people in your Met database, right? To do those same 36 transactions with people you don't know, you need to focus on 1,800 people in your database. So here's the biggest secret about me that I tell people they don't believe. I'm introverted, right? I'm a huge introvert. Yes, I am, Holly. I am. So imagine, it's already hard enough for me to keep up with the small pool of people that I already know. So I made the conscious decision that this is the route that I was going to take. I was going to focus on people that I already knew. So how does this all come into events in my 36 touch system? This is just a simple idea of how this all incorporates. So a 36 touch system consists of none of that is on there. That's just the checklist. None of that's on there yet. That just consists of your 4 quarterly phone calls. I use the Do the Database 2 system. Everyone familiar with that? Do the Database 2? Okay. And then that also gives me 4 text messages. And then I do a monthly newsletter, a quarterly mailing. And then with 2 client events, I can already add 6 touches. And I'm going to show you how one single event can give you 6 touches to your database. So again, the event is not the system by itself. It is incorporated into your 36 touch system. Now, when you're making those touches, it's important that we talk about what Michael teaches us in the 7 levels of communications about communication. Not all communication is created equal. So this is the communication pyramid from his book. So basically, Michael talks about there are 2 types of zones that you are in. There is the information zone and there is the influential zone. So things that happen in the informational zone are advertising, those billboards, direct mail, electronic communication, and email. And then in between sandwich is handwritten notes, phone calls, events, and then one-on-one meetings. So as you notice, as you go up the pyramid, the impact is greater. So I want to demonstrate that to you for a moment. I want you to think about a real estate course. So I'm also admittedly a reality TV junkie sometimes. That's how I binge because I don't want to watch anything that I have to think of. And so one of the shows that I watched, I haven't watched in a while, was the Millionaire Real Estate Agent. And on that show, there's a realtor, his name is Josh Altman. And Josh sells like billions and billions of dollars of real estate, right? So I want you to imagine that Josh comes to Charleston, you're riding in your car and you see this big billboard that says, Josh Altman is giving a class on real estate. You would be interested in going. I would. You would? Okay. And then you get to your office and on your desk is a post from Josh advertising this event. Anyone interested in going? But then you open up your computer, you get an email from Josh, and it's now asking you to come to this event. What do you think? Hmm? But then you go to your mailbox and then you get a nice little written note. You know it's written because you see the smudges and everything written by Josh inviting you. What do you think now? But then your phone rings, right? Your phone rings and Josh personally invites you to the event. At that point, I'm going, right? Now I get to the event, I meet Josh one-on-one, and he invites me to have I meet him at the event, and then at the event itself, he invites me to have a one-on-one meeting with him. Right, and that's how we need to actually how we get our clients to our events. So I see a lot of events as people don't follow the system. They'll send out an email, they'll post on social media, and then they'll say, well, Shakima, nobody came. That's because you did not, most people say here that email or that post on social media is just advertising. That email is that electronic communication, so it does not get out of the information zone. It does not get to become an influential piece of communication. And so we're going to run through an event, and I'm going to take you through the entire pyramid using one event. Can you look inside right before that one? This one? Right before that. Okay. So 80% of your work time should be in the influential zone, and that's not just for client events, that's just your business, period. So I know we like to labor over our social media posts and those types of things, but these text messages, phone conversations, one-on-one are gonna always be more influential. So we're gonna use an event. This was one of my favorite events, and I still do this to this day. I use this event because it's cost effective. Now, this is before the Market Center started sponsoring events. I was so happy. Like, yes, I could save some money. But I like to teach this one because it's a very cheap event. I partner with an ice cream shop, great ice cream shop, Park Circle Creamery in Park Circle. They charge me $5 a scoop. I've never paid more than $500 for this particular event. And so I always like to use it as an example. So we're gonna plan a ice cream social. But first we have to figure out who do we invite, right? That's the first step. So I tag or categorize my database because depending on the event, I invite different people. This also comes from Michael's book. So part, the first group are what I call my A pluses or my ambassadors. These are people that I have done multiple transactions with, or they've given me multiple referrals. And so I have some people, and notice I didn't say multiple transactions only, right? I have some people who have never ever done a transaction with me, but they've given me multiple referrals. That's a valuable relationship, right? And so they are marked as A pluses. My A's are what I call my champions. They've made a purchase or they referred a client or customer. Notice I'm also tagging and including referral partners because that's huge. Then I have my B's. They're in my community, but they haven't made a purchase or referral. Typically, a B is someone who I've had an appointment with that I did not convert with. So for example, if I went on a listing appointment, but they're not ready to buy yet, right? So just imagine three of us went on a listing, I mean, they're not ready to sell yet. Three of us went on a listing appointment. The seller wasn't ready to sell for another 6 months. I'm already treating them like a client, right? Out of the three of us that went on the appointment that you only follow up to see where they're selling, who do you think they're gonna be most likely to go with? Because I immediately incorporate them into my family. I keep them there for a year before they make a decision. Now, the C's are everyone else. That's your friends, your families, just your sphere of influence. They've never given you a referral and they are not a client. And then we will all at some point have a D. This is who ever want to do business with ever again. This is the person when your phone rings and they pop up on your caller ID screen and your stomach sinks and you want to talk to them. Very few of them, but I do have some in there. So now that you know who you're going to invite, that's important because you get your list together, but you have to do an invitation. I like to use, it's a website called Poster My Wall. They already have like pre-made templates or Canva. Either of those, I go ahead and create an invitation, and then I will physically mail an invitation to my A through B's. My A pluses through B's. They get a physical mailing. So for my ice cream social, because it's a cheap event, I will invite my A's through C's. I won't mail to the C's. I won't spend money mailing to the C's. I will only mail to the top tier in my database. Now I have other events, like for example, we had an Easter egg hunt. I didn't invite the C's, right? I did invite my farm for the first time, and that was interesting. A few of them came, and so now I got to make that connection. But I think in my C database, I have like 1,000 something people that are C's, so I'm not inviting them to everything. But it's important to physically mail. As we said, we're starting at the bottom of the pyramid.
So really, you kind of recommend categorizing your database into different categories, so it's how they fit into your business.
Exactly, exactly. And it also depends on what, for me, like what type of communication I'm gonna send to them. And in this case, so I typically have 3 events per year. I have the Easter egg hunt. That's like a top higher tier group. So I invite my A's through my Bs, into that A plus is through my Bs. Now, this ice cream social, I invite them, and here's the thing, I don't care if they come. I really don't care if they come. It's a touch to, to communicate with them. And so I don't mind if the Cs come, because I feel like this is a lower cost event.
Do you typically get a transaction out of all of these events?
I'll show you how. So now, this is just an example of an invitation. So once we mail the invitation, 2 weeks after we mail, we send out an email. And it's just saying, because you're so sweet to me, with me and my team and your support and referrals, I want you to invite you and your family to join me next week at a Ice Cream Social. We'll have plenty of sweet treats. Please make sure you RSVP. So the RSVP part is extremely important, because I collect information. I'll show you on the next slide of what we collect to ensure that we are able to communicate with them and make sure that they sign up for the event. So I like to use, and I thank God for a short period of time, they were charging, but they went back to being free. Because I was like, what is going on here? A lot. I started using other things, because there are a lot of tools within Eventbrite. You can duplicate on a Google form, but there are tools in Eventbrite that you can use. So I use Eventbrite, and I make all of these things required. So they have to fill in the name, email address, mailing address, and their cell phone number, because I use that later. And so in this one, we also ask them just to tell the number of attending. Now, we could set it up, and you can do it however you choose to. You can set up an individual ticket for each thing, but for me, it's just easier for me to track the family that's coming and the number of people that they're bringing in the family. And then I like to do a custom link in Eventbrite, otherwise you have this like long name. So my custom link is usually like Chapman Ice Cream 2025.eventbrite.com, and then the next year I can do it again. So it's easy for my clients. I mean, we put QR codes and everything, but I have some older people in my database too. So and they still call me, and I have to still register them. But I use that custom link, so it's easier. So Eventbrite, again, I can recommend, because they're not charging anymore. Now, we continue with the follow-up. 1 to 2 weeks before the RSVP deadline, because we have that on there, we will send a video reminder. And this is just an example of what that looks like. I just record a video. I think I did this one in the office, and then hopefully it might be. Hold on, Lisa.
Here, it might be the remote.
The volume.
Yeah, just gotta push it up. Oh, here, I'll take it.
Okay. Yeah. I should be touching stuff. Y'all look over here, because I'm never gonna be able to get that back up. Holly fixes everything for me.
Should be good.
Okay. Harriet Shakina, and I wanted to pop in real quick to say how excited I am to see you about video Easter egg hunt coming up this Sunday, April 13th from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. We'll be at Cypress Hall at Wanamaker Park, and let me tell you, it's going to be a games, bounce house, Easter egg hunts, food trucks, music, activities, all lined up for you and your family. Just a quick reminder, there is a $2 per person interest fee, so be sure to bring a little cash or a card to cover that when you are home. We will provide the basket, so bring your energy and get ready to make some great memories. I'm looking forward to catching up with everyone. Call me if you have any questions at 843-532-0330, and I will see you on Sunday. So I do the video reminder because people read, right? Or they sign up. Remember, I've sent this out 8 weeks in advance. They've signed up and they could have totally forgot that they signed up. And so this is also a way to put a face to, kind of retouch them with my face as well. And then 2 days the day before the event, we will automate in our CRM a text reminder to go out, because we tag everyone that registers, little text stuff that goes on in the background. You can do it however you choose. You can print your list and tag your folks. We use a Zapier that automatically puts a tag on them. But we want to know, especially for me, when I'm doing my quarterly calls, I need to remember who signed up for the event, who signed up for the event and didn't come. So we use all those things as well. And then the day of the event, we also send a text like 2 hours before, see you in a little bit, because believe it or not, people forget between then and the day. So how do we stay in the pyramid here? We started in the information zone with the direct mail, and the electronic email, and then we will also, I think I skipped, we will the week of the RSVP deadline, I will start calling clients and inviting them, right? Hey, I don't know if you saw the email, but, or the mailing, but just wanted to make sure you didn't RSVP yet. Are you planning to come to an event? Some people are like, oh my gosh, I forgot to do it, or I'm glad you called. And then sometimes it even creates a viral moment. I had a client who I called her and she posted online, my realtor is the best. She's never come to an event ever. But because I call her, right? And I had that conversation, and it's because of her work schedule a lot of times. But just having that personal communication. I also like to call for the event because that's my quarterly connection, right? I'm not calling to say, who do you know looking to buy or sell real estate? That's calling them to and invite them to a party is a much funner phone call than asking for a referral. So I use that as my quarterly touch as well. So now, what happens at the event? I highly recommend that you incorporate other people to help you, because you can't do all things. And usually right now, and now that I no longer have a team, I've gone back to my volunteers who are my family. They will come and help me set up and check folks in, because it's your job to just meet and greet and have conversations, even if you're an introvert. Just have one little question that you ask, how the kids, how this, how that, and ask everyone the same question, and they will do all the talking. And you will also too become comfortable with them. Like I have one family, when they closed, their kids were 3. Their kids are now going into high school. And I see them every year. We talk about what they're just there to meet and greet. Now, my events are family oriented events, because that's usually my database. Yours is, if that's not your database. You can choose events that are more specific to the database. Like some people will do oyster roasts or happy hours or different types of events, but I just have a lot of families, and so a lot of my events are very family oriented, whether it's the grandparents that may have bought with me, but they'll send their grandkids or their kids with their grandkids. You always want to do prizes and giveaways. So that goes back to the question, do you get transactions out of the event, right? I do a prize form that I gave you, and you can duplicate however you choose. But a part of the prize form, the giveaway form, is they have to fill out a giveaway form. And a question we ask on the form is, who should we be talking to about buying, selling real estate? And that's how we get our referrals. And then the very next day after the event, we follow up with those people. So have we gotten transactions and referrals out of events? Absolutely. But we do it in a way that we just ask. Now, when we talk about prizes and giveaways, partner with your partners. I just had our Easter egg hunt, and I use Brent Suttles for all of my closings, the attorney, and he donated a Blackstone grill. So we gave away a Blackstone grill. We had a sign out that said sponsored by Suttles Law Firm. Brent, we drew there. Brent called them and congratulated them and got their information because we had it shipped directly to them. So when people say, well, I want to take you to coffee, don't take me to coffee. Sponsor one of my events, right? Because you know they're just trying to connect with you. I killed, because remember, I told you I'm an introvert. I want to sit up here and have this fake coffee conversation with you. I want to be honest with you with what I need. Well, I think we have to realize that we are just as valuable to our partners as they are to us. And all we have to do is ask. All we have to do, and then guess what? If they say no, you will not die. I measure everything in life by that, will I die? And if I don't, if I'm not gonna die, I'm gonna go ahead and choose it. I mean, and it may not be a grill, it could be, we do smaller prizes like gift cards, gas cards. We had, at the Easter egg hunt, we did how we did the kids, because you can be creative with them. We didn't have the kids, so we gave away the grill as a big thing. But for the kids, we gave away like Chick-fil-A gift cards and things like that. So how we gave that away, they just had to do a color sheet or a word cross depending on their age, put their name, and that's how we drew their name. So you can incorporate the kids in the giveaways too, but always give something away because that is the way you're gonna ask for it and get yours.
Do you always, when you give away and stuff, do you typically recommend having it personalized or customized with your, no?
No,
Thing?
no, I personally, I mean, like the grill, it's a gift. I don't want it to be about,
Okay.
yeah, but again, I'm
I was thinking for the splash event, would you get?
now I will create like, now that's more so of what I call like a favor, a party favor. Like I do party favors, like at this event, we were outside, they had fans that we gave away. So those more so swag, I will have some swag. That's a good question. But the giveaways themselves, no, I don't put anything, my logo or anything on it.
It's a heads up, Splash Bash, because there are gonna be so many agents. We do an overall giveaway, so Fall Fest, we did a Paul's gift card. And we had a ton of people and
Special bags or something for.
Yeah,
clients, yeah, so also a heads up there, we learned this with Fall Fest, that people, when you have tables, they will come by and just think it's free stuff,
Right.
so just know that, like, going in, there was no like poaching or anything that happened from that, but it was like, people just thought it was free stuff, they were, you know what I mean, they want free stuff, anybody.
so
I'm just thinking about my special something for my.
yeah.
Maybe like, I mean,
So how we did encounter that, cause I had a girl come and do hot chocolate. I was like, oh, I didn't tell her there's gonna be that many people, we worked it out, but so we figured for the next, for the fall festival, we're gonna give our people a ticket. To exchange, right, we'll
Yeah.
email them a ticket and they can exchange it for whatever little, not the hot chocolate, cause I didn't mind that,
yeah,
whatever little bag or whatever.
that's perfect,
Yeah.
yeah, that's perfect.
So the splash, so if you're gonna have something at your table, you gotta make sure you have something enough for everybody.
Well,
I don't know how that one's gonna.
Yeah, I don't
I
know
think
how that-
the fall festival was different because there was like tables. I think people are gonna be
There's
so
like
busy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think you put in the email, it was like, I would tell your clients, personally, this is how I would do it, because it is so like spread out in weird sections. If you have certain people, it's like, hey, I know I'm gonna only be inviting adults. I'm gonna be at the Lazy River, see you over there.
coming through.
Or like, I have families, I'm gonna be over here at the tidal pool, or you know what I mean? Come see me that way. And like, maybe sunscreen, give your people sunscreen or whatever.
I mean, having take, just have an area of just all the, some agents there, it's going to be, you're gonna be somewhere. and
Well,
pick your
you
spot.
find, you pick your spot and then just kind of, I don't know if you guys have been there before, but they do have a map online, so maybe like, scout out your spot and then just let your people know, like, to come visit you. I think this one will be, I mean, if you want to bring a table, you can, but I think it'll be.
But I think this one is such that the thing itself is the giveaway.
Correct.
Yeah,
The thing itself is the giveaway, cause they're gonna give, yeah, right, that is
No, so we.
that is enough.
I'll
Yeah,
just have a spot for them to come say hi.
Okay.
I think that itself, the event itself
Yeah.
is enough. And then, like for that one, because it's so limited, and I would never do this and be selfish, I'm only gonna do my A pluses. Because I would get 100 and something people to come to my event because
Yeah.
they're used to me doing events. And we're doing the ice cream thing soon thereafter, so I'm actually gonna just do this a little different. I'm going to call and invite then only because y'all couldn't, I can't invite everybody. Can I?
Hog all the slots.
I can't take all the spots. Because they will.
On now, so
Yeah.
we have to.
Yeah,
Well, you should let your people know first come, first,
yeah.
for SVP, because if you wait till the day before, all the spots.
Oh, no, it will be gone. Like, how are you guys doing right now with that?
We have 95.
Okay, well, I know, I was
Just-
inviting my people, I was hesitant.
Yes.
Yes, you had to register to
You have to
participate.
register to participate first. So this is,
Correct.
yeah, you have to register to participate first so that we can
We were there in 12
now,
So they-
oh, it was 95 this morning.
Monday,
Yeah,
so it's going to fill up.
yeah, so I will invite my aides and A pluses.
We should.
I will.
Till Monday, how long do we have?
You can
because
invite-
RSVPs have to be back. Do we have?
Until it's gone.
We want all that.
No, if I was inviting someone, I would say, hey, this is an opportunity, spots are limited, don't hesitate, sign up now.
Yeah.
That would be my messaging. And you know how you can say that eloquently? Put it in Chat GPT and
Yeah.
it'll write it for you.
Yeah.
Chat GPT is my bestie.
Yes.
Like literally, she now answers me, hey sis. That's how I have chat.
Hey, girl.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I would talk about saving a ton of time, but that's how I would kind of phrase it for them. I would send it and say, hey, if you want to participate, you're
There's
limited.
no deadline for RSVP.
I think it'll be way before the event though.
With Fall Fest, we had 2,400, and that was unlimited though. So like, we just kept adding tickets onto it, but this is capped at 2,000.
Mhm.
So when they're gone, they're gone.
And the person's like, it says sold out. Okay, oops,
Sorry.
sorry.
So like, we want to be available for our people, right? But what if can you hang in the lazy river?
Yeah. Let me, I'm gonna stop you right here. Don't overthink this.
Yeah.
Just go and, yeah.
Do I participate in the water stuff as well, or? am I
Just have
there
fun.
As,
Fun.
You're not, because you are a person.
right,
And your people want to connect. I don't want to be at the lazy river talking to you about buying real estate. We're quite honest.
all right,
And so this is a way, because real estate is relationship. So this is how you think about it.
okay,
I think about real estate as dating. Right? You're just
Sure.
getting to know people at this event. That's why most realtors fail clients, because they want to have one night stands. They
just
kind
make sure I do this.
they try to meet people one time and then it doesn't happen. See, she wanna have one night and then they're upset. It's like, no, it's not over. You gotta take them on a date. You gotta date them. You can't just meet them automatically. Don't be a one-hitter quitter. So during the event, you are in probably the most influential space. So back to that, you're just being personal
All right,
with them at that point. Because think about it like this. You ever go to Myrtle Beach and they try to invite you to one of those, don't be that person.
cheerleading.
Yeah, don't be that, just give me the event, don't
Yeah,
please sit me, not wanna,
Nice.
yeah,
for them.
don't sit me through the 90-minute presentation, just invite me to have a good time.
Yeah.
Right, I just love my shit, but I should.
Because even like during my personal events, I never talk real estate unless they bring it up. Right? We're talking about how the kids are doing, who's graduating, that kind of thing, see you, and they will sometimes bring up things, hey, we need to call you because we were thinking such and such, but I never bring up real estate at all.
So did sign something out, but it had two different dates. It had Thursday.
That's when we were voting.
No, it just.
That's-
It's
it was-
Friday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I think you might have been when we were voting. Okay, so now after the event, you're still working, right? So that's why it's important to have like people checking people in, because you don't always remember everybody that came. So with Eventbrite, you can do check-in, so you get two lists, you get, your attended and unattended. So I'm writing handwritten notes to the people that actually attended. It was great seeing you. I can't believe Shirley got so tall, that kind of, I hope no one there named their child Shirley. You get the point. And then I will make phone calls to those that didn't come. Hey, I know you were signed up. I just want to make sure, is everything okay? Right? So the day after the event, go ahead and block off follow-up time so that those conversations happen. And then the one-on-one meetings are, I'm getting appointments from the referrals that were on there, or they said that they wanted to do something, or they indicated. So within that event, you already have additional lead generation right there. The whole event is a lead generation tool if you do it effectively. Now, the results, what did this do for me? My first year real estate, I sold 5 houses, 800 in volume. Well, in 2014, I had my first event in 2015 in the top of my business. That's all I focused on, was just my 36 touch, doing events and working with people. That is all I did. Be creative with your events. We've done everything from a fall festival, Easter egg hunt, ice cream social. I used to do a Christmas brunch. I stopped doing that because we had so many kids coming and we started doing things more fun and interactive. I used to turn my birthday party, I'll probably do it again, into a party. This was a sip and paint we did where we made it ladies' night out. That's important for me because my target is usually a woman, whether she's married or single, she's making the decision about buying. So we did like a ladies' night out, get away from your family, come have a sip and paint with us. So those are the types of things, and my clients expect these things. Like this is Bella. Bella is probably 6 in that picture. She's probably like 11 or 12 now. I'm used to them coming every year. I gave you the handout event checklist, but that's also here if you want to grab it on the QR code electronically also.
We're gonna put more. I wrote on this one. Did they talk to
Is like, I think that is it. That is all, ladies. I will say I use the same template. Oh, sorry, my daughter is running for office. I am her campaign manager. I'm she's we're in an organization called Jack and Jill, so it's like a leadership conference, and she's running for a regional team secretary, which I want her to do well, but it will mean her mama gonna have to travel all through South Carolina and Virginia to get her everywhere. I use the same checklist step by step for my workshops. Only difference is I'm not mailing. Like if I'm doing a seminar, I'm just doing email and online advertisement. But even the people that register for like my workshops, I do the same follow-ups. I call them once they're registered just to make sure they're coming, because you know people click on your links and take up spots and they don't show up. I do the text message, and my things are usually well attended because I do those follow-ups. And that is the art of doing a client event. The key is the follow-up, follow-up, follow-up. And treat that as your lead generation time. Simple as that, because you're having a conversation and you're developing a relationship.
If you're not, like, I don't have a whole lot of clients yet, so. In an event that I wanna use it as a lead generation, how far in advance do you think enough time to
6 to 8 weeks.
dictate?
And it doesn't, I thought I used to have this on here. My first event I did was the pie party, right? The pie, you know, around Thanksgiving, you send out an invite and you have your clients. It's called a reverse pump pie. So a pop pie is when you go to your clients and you make drop off a thing. The pie party is more like a reverse pump pie. You send out an invite around Thanksgiving, usually saying, hey, I want to contribute to your Thanksgiving meal. Choose between apple, pumpkin, and whatever, right? They select and then they come to your office and pick up the pie. So I would do that and have like, you know, refreshments, and then it turned into a brunch because I'm extra. I like carbs. But with that, my first one, I had 15 people. I stopped doing the pie party because I would end up going to Costco with pallets of pies that I would have to pick up. So my point to you is don't forsake humble beginnings. Start small. Start small. You can do small micro events. As well. There are some agents that are here doing those like small dinners. I'm inviting 10 people in my database to come have a dinner. So don't think your event has to be this
big thing.
Can you pay for those 10 people's meals?
They do, they have. And then also lead with revenue, right? That's a lead, you don't have to have this huge extravagant thing, right? My events grew because I was having them more and more, and I started incorporating more sponsors, but my first event was the pie party. I had a lady who baked pies, I think I paid like $10 a pie. So it was 15 people, that was $150, and then I got like some fragments and trees. Like, you can do an event under $200 if you're strategic.
That was gonna be my next question, cause I haven't done anything yet, but I was wondering if I should do it alone or should I have?
It's not about, you can ask, always ask for sponsors. If you don't have your money, you don't have to spend your money, don't spend your money. Who's your lender that you use? So that's it. And so my point too, it's their clients too. And I take every last one of my closings to Brent Suttles for, well, that's his client too. So he should be a part of, which Brent is very generous in doing that.
Okay.
You're a home inspector. Can you give me a $50 gas card to give away at the event? Remember, we closed so-and-so, we're having an event, she's gonna be coming. Can you participate in this event?
Okay.
Only person that would not do it, he's cold and honored is my pest control guy. Anybody that use Dave Porter, he will not. I still use it, but he will not sponsor it. I mean, he applies like thousands of agencies for it, so.
Don't be afraid to ask either.
No,
We ask for money all the time.
yes, all the time, and I'm telling you, the only thing they can say no, will not die,
Yep.
will not die.
Me and Kendall did a sit, sip and learn
Mhm.
last year, and we did with True Homes. And we like funded.
Yeah.
And Truist was the young lady, and they did the food and everything, and along with the giveaways. Yeah, it was very inexpensive.
Yeah, you just ask,
We did that, we asked.
you just ask, I'm about to do something with them.
Eventually, they allow us to use their clubhouse,
Yeah, I know the events, yeah,
and we did not have to pay for the space.
there we go.
So,
And if it's them.
And then, you know what other space I use a lot? This one.
Yeah.
I book it on the calendar.
yeah.
I use this space a lot.
Just make sure if you cancel your event, right, send the email.
Yes. We had something, what it was, it's shocking, people were coming, I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
Saturday.
Oh, we had a CDP thing, but people were coming for her and people.
Policy, they cancel it.
I canceled it, but it was people that I did not recognize on the list because I promoted so much and those were the people that not, scheduled. They showed up.
Thanks, Joe. And Talia, cause I know you, don't overthink it.
Yeah, Jimmy.
You don't overthink it. It's about with me.
I don't like public speaking. I have no problem with
That's me.
asking, like, I could ask anybody anything.
So you don't have to trust. So I did a workshop for investors. So I thought my strong point, so I invited people who, just said, hey, I'm Shkima. Here, these people, and they talk climate, like.
Yeah, over there. Yes, we did. We should the tax person as well. So we had tax, we had True Homes, and we had the lender, and they also without that. Yeah, everything. So.
Also, here's the thing, like at Splash Bash or ice cream,
You know,
I'm gonna hear you talk.
I don't wanna talk to you, they're gonna have fun.
Put yourself in their shoes.
Yeah.
What would you want to do? Do you wanna go to something where someone's sitting there talking at you for, or is it, you wanna go, you're.
And you miss the initial conversation too. Like this, an event, in my opinion, this type of event, because there are different events.
Yeah.
This, what we talked about was more so for your mets. Workshops and those things, that's more so for your unmet. So you kind of, there's similarities in the follow-up, but like how you market and who you're going after is going to be different. But with my mets, I'm not giving them any I'm not talking to them, I'm not giving any type of training. Now I have, like, I used to do this, seminar, and my clients liked it, because I had a lot of younger buyers called Protect Your Investment. And then I would invite an insurance person to talk to them about what they need to make sure their home insurance cover. I would invite a, financial advisor to make sure, okay, now I bought this house, how do I maximize on my investment? But again, I'm inviting people to talk, I never have to say anything. And your events have to be creative to you,
Yeah.
right? They have to fit you. Like I said, a lot of mine are family events because I have a lot of families in my database. So don't give them the infomercial when they come. They can sit through the 90-minute presentation.
A lot of ideas, things, and never thought about ice cream.
Just ice cream, and that one's easy because,
People get ice cream trucks.
yeah.
And they
Yeah,
have
in the
a
neighborhood.
little different.
They're like the Pelican snow cones or something, you know?
So you just figure out what event you're gonna do.
I just look about stuff that I think more that I think my people, like again, families are huge. And then like I started doing, I haven't done one this year. I also think about who I'm targeting for like workshops. I started doing a couples brunch workshop because with my sphere, I realized that they needed 2 household incomes. So I started targeting those kinds of people. When you think about, that's a good point, Tanya, think about who do you want to come to the event, and the event will shape itself around. Who do you want at the event? But do not only do lead generation type events, because you gotta take care of your people. My database takes care of me exclusively in a lot of ways. I mean, I'm starting to do more things like online, like YouTube and stuff, but the majority of my deals come from my database because I stay in touch with them. Now, this is not a foolproof thing. You're gonna have somebody come to your event and still go with somebody else. You just, once you overcome that, and don't be like me and get mad and wish their house burned down, all that kind of stuff.
And you are recording.
Yeah. Yeah, don't do that, but once you accept that that's going to happen, then you're.
Have a lot of fun in here.
It's parties, we're talking about parties. But if you ever think of an event, throw it by me, I love playing it. That was also why it became something that I enjoy doing, because I love planning parties, especially if I don't have a plan with my family and they have come to my house.
That's it. That's it.
Any other questions, comments? But again, if you think of something, reach out. I'm more than happy to share my thoughts. Thank you all. I appreciate your time and attention.
And if you guys are interested, I have created the smart plan to invite your database to Splash Bash. So I'm gonna teach you guys how to download that. It's set to start on Monday. So you have the whole weekend to edit, make any personal customizations that you want to it as far as language. But we're gonna do that now. You guys cool with that?
Joy. And I think that is amazing that she literally programmed everything that we just talked about, she put into a smart plan.
Yeah.
So I just recorded to.
So I just gotta just.
The Eventbrite is
Is there a flyer? Oh, there's a group of people I thought I'm inviting, but I thought stopping at that place and then taking a flyer. Do something.
In the market, when you sign up to participate in Splash Bash, Kristen has a whole marketing.
Yeah.
File that she sends you when you sign up to participate.
Yeah, so I signed up.
You should have gotten an email, type in slash dash participant with additional information in this email. If you've signed up, you have gotten that email. Or at least I did this morning.
Well, I could get a ticket for my family, my household, but not here. So is it when they? And where they sign in or sign up or?
The leadership team is at check-in, checking in the people by their last name, like name. And then that way we're able to give y'all who attended, because you may not see everyone, right? And that way you're able to thank them for coming.
So
Okay.
Did I have the new person?
That's family participation.
Additional information, that's it. So in there, it has marketing materials and resources, and it has a folder with graphics.
Click that and watch
Access graphics, I see it now, sorry, I missed that, that's all on my phone.
It's a lot of like.
It's a big email.
down there,
So now I gotta put in my name.
It's all, everything but that.
Eventbrite?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tickets.
yep, so if your family's gonna go, if it's more than just like you going, then yes, you'll wanna register them.
Oh, it just automatically took.
All right. Are you guys ready to get these smart plans? All right. So I know Shakima just taught a lot about like the reach out, the follow-ups and everything. I've already built it all out. Oh, what's wrong with the other TV? Come back. Oh, why am I turning?
But it's fine. For email address.
It should only just, it's your email, and then you select how many tickets you need. Right?
Oh my God.
Kristen, when people RSVP, do you guys get notified or we have to give you our?
No,
So
we,
the Eventbrite link is how they register. All right, share that with them. In the drop down, you need to let them know, please select my name as who invited you. So that when we pull the list, Holly normally sends those out, a couple, like once.
yeah, once a week for the first couple weeks, and then as we get to the week before the event, you're getting practically daily updates.
Yeah, and that, it's crucial that they select your name in that because the list pulls by name of who's.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
Yeah. It's making me feel like I'm the person.
Here, let me see.
Like I'm being invited.
yes,
Oh,
So that's-
so it says who invited you.
no, so that's the Eventbrite for your client, so you should have, she's in having her family come up. So she needs to register her family. And
Oh,
her
and then just I put in myself and it had 3 people and that was it.
Yeah, that's correct.
And then it says who invited you.
You,
Oh, I choose you myself.
Yes.
yes.
Okay, I got you. Sorry.
No,
That's
you're fine.
So this is the link you send out to your clients,
Okay.
but you, because you're bringing your family, you wanna make sure they have enough
Mhm.
tickets. Well, what else knows that?
All right. Are we ready to smart plan it?
Yeah.
All right. All right. So in command, our lovely command, let me know when you guys are all logged in and ready, looking at the home page of command. I need thumbs up so that I know that we're all on the same page. Yes, yes, thank you. We are having no people left behind today. Okay, thumbs up, Bobby, Celia. All right, all right, all right. Cool, all right. The next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna come to this smart plan applet here. Let me kind of, and realize how small the screen was, guys. Okay, I'm gonna come to the smart plan applet. It's the 4th one down, it says smart plans. Okay, then you guys are gonna go to the library, is this button right here. Okay? You guys see this? Thumbs ups. Yep. Okay. In the library, we are gonna search splash bash and then hit enter. Okay,
Or tools.
yep, splash bash. And there are 3 smart plans for you to download. There is the Splash Bash 2025, which is the invitation system that will start on Monday. Okay. You also have an attended, so for a post-event follow-up, you have an attended and a no-show smart plan that you need to download. So what you're gonna do is at the bottom of these smart plans, everybody found the smart plans? Thumbs ups? Okay. Okay.
I gotta keep going.
Okay, hold on.
I go to my dashboard.
You're gonna go to the smart plan applet. And then you wanna come to the library. And you wanna search Splash Bash. I was really excited that we were the only ones with the Splash Bash name, and I learned it just now. Forgot to check that.
I know, when I saw her, I was like,
Mhm. Splash Space Bash.
Okay.
All right, now there's 3 smart plans. So what you want to do is you want to hit the add smart plan button. It's going to ask you to change, like it says my Splash Bash. I'm going to just keep it I should probably put mine because I already have Splash Bash, and then you hit download. Okay, so download the first one. Download the attended. And download the no-show.
So you add smart plan.
Add smart plan. And then it's gonna ask you if you wanna change the name. It just says My Splash Bash. And then download. Everybody gotta download it. Cool.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna show you what the smart plan looks like. And what we're gonna do, it is set to start on Monday. Now we can send it to start Monday now if you guys wanna invite your whole database. Or if you wanna get particular about who you're inviting, you know, I'll show you how to do it, but. I'm gonna come here.
But wait a second.
Okay.
So this is gonna be different to the smart plan.
Mine's a,
What? Okay,
That's.
so once you download it from the library, you go back to My Smart Plans.
right,
And then I have to get rid of these three little
I
boxes.
all that blew out.
Yep, X on the blue out. And then it should be the most recent, it should be at the top here.
Right, I see that. Oh, my Splash Bash 25,
Yeah.
invites, right?
My Splash Bash 25 is the event.
Cause I didn't see where it asked me to read. I guess under edit, let me do that.
Yeah. Okay, and then,
Mine is not.
Mine says My Splash Bash.
perfect.
You know, I'm not right.
Yeah, administrative assistant. So,
I know, right? Maybe because I was.
Mine says My Splash Bash on this back.
right,
Yeah, and then the next one says. Follow up.
there should be 3 there.
There's 3. Follow up, no show.
Right.
Yep,
You said just follow up, no show?
Well,
if you want to
download all 3 in one point.
so the Splash Bash 25 is the event invitation system, the other two are follow-ups after the event, okay?
So,
Right, and if you want to edit, I'm gonna hit this little edit button here, this will allow you to change the smart plan. Okay, or I'm gonna use the edit option to show you what the smart plan looks like. I'm gonna try to get rid of this. So day one, it's gonna send an email, so on Monday, this should go out. Save the date, a night at the water park. I'm gonna
there's
preview
something
it,
already there that's gonna go out generated for you.
yes.
Okay.
Everything's already set up to generate. It's a matter of there's text messages and follow-up and social post ideas, so it's up to you to do those pieces. The emails will automatically go out on your behalf.
To anybody that you have an email address for in your
Database.
contact list.
All right, so just to show you the first graphic, and this is gonna populate with their name. There we go. There's the RSVP link. It's already got the Eventbrite link in there. And then we've got, special thank you to our sponsors.
But we have to set it up to do it, not like, just because we added it here, it's not gonna automatically.
Exactly.
Okay. I
Mhm.
got some weird names.
You're fine. Then it's gonna wait 2 days. On day 3, you are gonna start sending text messages. All right, those will show up in your tasks to do. Okay. Then it gives you a task for a social post. And you can get the graphics for the social post from the media folder that Kristen sent. Okay. Then you've got another task, call your top 10 to personally invite. There's a little scripty there for you, and the link to the Eventbrite if you need to text it to them. Got another email.
How far out did you have this plan? This is a
This is starting Monday,
starting.
starting Monday until the day of the event.
But that's not the link, that's just, the invite, so. we
The
have to
link,
actually-
no, the link is right here.
Also, that's the link as well.
It is a link. I even did it so that if they click on the picture, it sends them to the link. Click on practically anything on this.
Okay.
It also links, if they click on the DR Horton or the Space Love, it'll take them to their websites, just to give them some additional promo.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's the way to get people inside your database as well. To put them in the database and then, send them the invite.
Yeah, put them in your database to send them the invite. Okay, so that's just that's what it looks like. If you wanna change any wordings, all the graphics are editable in the design section of Command. Okay, so I'm gonna save this plan. I gotta move this outside. I'm gonna exit out. So I just wanted to show you what the plan looks like. So you're gonna get a lot of tasks if you invite your whole database, but you can find your task list here in the task applet, and that will tell you who to text, who to call, what to do. Okay,
How do we just choose the group we want?
how do you?
Have you gotten there?
Yeah, so to add your people to the smart plan. Okay,
So right now it's going to nobody, it's just.
right now it's going to nobody.
So, okay.
You have the plan downloaded so you can use it.
Okay,
You have to add people to the plan for it to work,
okay.
okay?
I thought it was defaulting everybody.
Nope, it does not default everyone.
Great.
So say I wanted to get choosy and I wanted to send Abigail, Adam, and AJ only an invite. I only wanted to send them, okay?
Mhm.
I select the people. There's a little action bar that pops up right here. It's kind of hard to see. Action, add to smart plan,
Mhm.
splash bash 2025, select, and I'm gonna have this start on Monday. Okay, I read the TCPA and hit go. So you can, if you guys want to take the time right now to go through your contacts and figure out who you're inviting, you can send it for Monday and make any edits to the wording of my smart plan. If you want to change any wording, if you want to make it more personable, like not gonna lie, guys, ChatGPT is my favorite. She helped me write a lot of this.
So I noticed when I clicked on my slash dash 25,
Mm-hmm.
where I did that,
Yeah.
and I saw a preview.
Yeah. So you can preview the email.
How do I do that? I don't know how I did that before. Anyhow, it said, something about name, something.
Hey, so and so.
Contacts.
What do you?
What am I missing?
Oh, you talking about their name, you have to edit that part.
This part, yeah, it's not gonna put their name in because I don't have anyone it's sending to right now. This is just the preview of what it's gonna look like, but it will automatically populate their name
Gotcha,
into this.
all right.
Yeah,
Cause I thought if you had to go back and put.
absolutely. No, it's an auto merge tag, so it will automatically put in the name.
Whatever.
That's what I was, cause I definitely have to go back, there's some people I have by their name, like.
Like nicknames.
Yeah, a lot of nicknames.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm publishing a plan so I can take it from my group to the other, the descriptions, I'm just copying what your name is.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, description is the way to take it up.
Okay. Any questions on using the smart plan? It is set to start Monday. Okay. If you do not start it Monday, you will have to readjust the dates and the times, and it just makes it very time consuming.
And if you don't have someone's email, let's just say, because you haven't got to them.
Mhm.
If you have them on the smart pen, they'll skip sending the email, maybe you can just do it yourself.
It'll skip the
And then send
email.
them a text instead to give them a head start.
Yeah, but it's still,
Waiting for the next text to come 2 days later.
yeah, so it'll still take the time of the day, so it's not gonna skip to the next step. It's just not that first step isn't gonna send. It's gonna wait 2 days, then you're gonna get the task notification to text.
But it won't send out
But I can set up those dates and it'll just do it all automatically.
Everything's gonna do it. You have to send the text, you have to manually type the text, and you have to call, but everything else is going. It's just gonna tell you,
When it has to go.
yeah, when it's done.
So this is kind of off track here, but on topic. So I've heard conflicting today, whether they have a table with some candy and yada yadas, not to have a table, not to, and so now I'm like.
Whatever you wanna do,
Whatever.
whatever you wanna do. If you wanna have a table with goodies, then you can have a table with
I
goodies.
think that what we're trying to specify is like, imagine if you went to like
I understand that, but
Bakery.
I just didn't know, like, can I have a special treat?
you can, but you wanna keep it off of the table. Like, say you have 100 clients that are all walking to look for the agent, they all come to your table. They don't know that you're just an agent, you have a specified client, so all 100 people that's walking by come and grab it off the table, so then your 25 people that you wanted it for is all gone because everyone else can grab it.
But if you wanted to do like something, right? Give them squirt guns, I don't know, something, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Or you could say, meet me at this place at this time, or especially.
For me, I had two bowls. I had a bowl of candy for whatever, and then I had bags. So if someone
You
came,
would follow it back, but I'm.
yeah, so I was able to give the bag to my actual clients because it came to my table.
Right, but we're not doing that here per se, but you could if you wanted to.
Yeah, that's where it's like personal preference.
I will.
So like, where would you set the table at?
You'd have to find.
You can go, one of the suggest go to Quantum Maker Park and just let them know that you're browsing, and then you can kind of get an idea ahead of time where you want your table and ask them at the gate, like, can I have a tent, like all the questions there, and then you can scour and decide.
Cause then, I'm gonna tell you, that water park, that sign,
That's what I'm saying. So do you
Right.
really want a booth standing there at a table,
Unless you-
waiting for your people?
You just leave it on,
Yeah.
I'm going to say, swing by at such and such
Yeah.
time, pick something up.
Yeah,
oh, that water park, that sign
I wanna
is.
be-
the sun is a lot, but it's a fun park. I'm gonna be in the water.
To be at a
I'm
table.
gonna be in the lazy river.
It's a free things, right?
There's no such.
Yeah, 3 smart plans.
Well, at the park, but if you wanna have a.
My
table,
splash pad.
where would you put it?
My splash bash, splash bash follow-up attended, splash bash follow-up no show.
The secret, I've never even been to the park.
Perfect.
Alright. And guys, just so you know, once you've downloaded, all the emails are in here. As far as like what the designs look like, so if you needed to come in to email to. And you wanted to like adjust the information or adjust the wording in here, you can come in and click on that and fix it. Okay, it's up to you guys. But the wording was pretty good, so I don't know how much adjustment you guys wanna do.
I mean,
Change.
Yeah.
it's done well, why waste your time?
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, yeah.
Well, I just remember for Fall Fest, I remember people like, oh, well, I wanna make it personal, like I wanna make it sound like me, and so I wanted to give you guys some time to do some edits if you need it, but that's it. That's it. All right, thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you, it's really